Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. A couple of things. First of all, if the audio is bad here, I'm just testing out my old microphone again. I'm not used to it and it looks a bit better than my other one, more aesthetically pleasing. Also, forget the hair. I woke up rough this morning. I had to wake up quite early as well for schoolwork. I wasn't really ready. I've not had a chance to, sort myself out. So just bear with, alright? Still got my curtains shut. So, we're not living a good life, boys, but, So let's get into it. So the whole Wall Street kerfuffle. This is Wall Street Revolution Daily Episode 2. It's a weekly series. A series I'm going to be doing within a week, not on weekends. My first episode was over on Friday, and it's Monday today, and it's kind of dried up at the moment. There's nothing really going on with it. However, there is stuff regarding the cultural aspect of this rather than the economic aspect. And let's get into the cultural aspect, which is, this is from the Post-Millennial. Washington Post column claims hedge fund managers are the, quote, good guys of the GameStop saga. This is from the Post Millennial, by the way. The Washington Post published an article on Saturday defending the hedge fund short sellers as the, quote, good guys of the GameStop saga. There we go. This is the op-ed. Oh man, get out of it! Get out with your 50 pence a week. Get out of that. I ain't even gonna click on that. GameStop experienced a sudden, unexpected, and unprecedented surge in the price of its stock last week after a number of users of the subreddit r/Wall Street Bets realized that the stock was being shorted at more than 100% of its total market value. If I'm not mistaken, it was 140% it was being shorted at, which is more than even exists. So it is a scam. It is completely rigged. Quote, their goal is to destroy the traders who link stock prices to fair value, wrote Sebastian Malaby. Quote, to suggest a political analogy. They are not just blindly devoted to their candidate, they deny the legitimacy of the opposition party. They are not just acting within the system, they want to overthrow the system. Yeah. I love how they present the whole, they want to overthrow the system as like I'm supposed to be bothered, like I'm not happy about that. It's like, the civil rights marches is like, these guys want racial justice. Imagine that, It's just funny how out of touch the billionaire class are. Many of the investors who helped raise the price of GameStop stocks... Oh, can we just call it GameStonk? Can people stop saying GameStop stocks? It needs to be GameStonk. It's too hard to say, especially with my deformed speaking patterns. Have argued that short selling, the process of betting against the success of a stock, is itself immoral. Yeah, guys, it's immoral. Some have suggested that it amounts to betting against the prosperity of your fellow man as a reason for this. According to its detractors, it goes far beyond ordinary stock trading, which has mutual benefit to short sellers, benefiting from the misery of others. I think it's a bit more than immoral. Like I said then, it isn't just immoral. There's more to it. It's the fact that you're actively going against the people and you're just profiting yourself. I think it's more than immoral. I think it's just evil, wrong. I can't really think of the correct word I could describe it, but it's a bit more than immoral, I'd say. Malaby, however, defended short selling, arguing, quote, there is nothing evil about this. To the contrary, it's a way of keeping prices honest. A market without short sellers is like a political system without investigative journalists, like we have now. I mean, there is no investigative journalist apart from, what's it called? Project Veritas. I said that weird then. Veritas, which if you go on there, if you go Google that. Now, I do have a thing here that blocks results from mainstream media for YouTube. Okay, so it's not really bad, but because it's DuckDuckGo, it's fairly based. But if you go on like Google, which I'm not gonna do, if you type in Project Veritas, it's just CNN saying it's far-right conspiracy theories, and it's like, yes, no, you need investigative journalists. Project Veritas have exposed so much for our political landscape. Well, not our, but in America's political landscape, and been able to expose some of the deepest levels of corruption in America. And I love how they're acting like, investigative journalists. Like, come on, who is an investigative journalist apart from Project Veritas in America? Like, CNN, Brian Stelter, reliable sources. Man, it's just so out of touch. Quote, there is a difference between trading based on evidence and research and trading based on conspiracy theories and mob tactics. It was only so long. conspiracy theorist QAnon. I know that's like that's my bet. I bet that in a week's time, by the end of this series, because this won't I don't think this will last long. It'll dry out until the White House get involved. I'm gonna bet that they're gonna blame it on QAnon. I'm putting that out there. All right, putting that out there. I'm just gonna bet they're gonna blame it on QAnon. They have to. They honestly have to. Malaby did not identify the conspiracy theories he referenced. How weird. A leftist not citing evidence. Other supporters of the users of WSB have argued that what they did was no less ethical than what traders on Wall Street do on a daily basis, noting that trading stocks is a risky game, and the hedge funds which invested in GameStop just happened to lose out. I would just say no. It's even less. It's not. When you say no less ethical, as it's on the same level. I think what they did was completely ethical, and what these Wall Street companies, they're so unethical. They're just relying and essentially forcing companies to fail so they can profit, and I don't think that's ethical. So, I mean, whatever. Other companies such as Robinhood have also faced criticism for prohibiting users from continuing to purchase stock in GameStop, which detractors have described as, quote, market manipulation. Robinhood has financial connections to at least one hedge fund, which has been financially affected by the GameStop short squeeze. Now that is that for this so far, and I will be doing tomorrow's episode. We'll be covering specifically Robinhood because I've been waiting for more evidence to come through. As of today, you can only buy one share in GME in GameStop. One share. They are completely restricting your ability to buy. Well, now they're allowing you to buy but one share. Okay, you can have one little tendy of GameStop share. It's so bad. We got this one from Newsweek, which was more than expected. I'm not going to be doing any of this, by the way. I'm sorry about this little thing at the bottom. Far-right extremists use GameStop chaos to radicalise and recruit on Telegram. Private investors and politicians were outraged on Thursday when popular trading app Robinhood and others began stopping buyers from purchasing stock in GameStop, a struggling video game retailer at the heart of an online revolt against hedge funds that has left Wall Street reeling. Robinhood and other platforms stepped in after GameStop shares jumped 135%. By the way, I'm not doing that to disagree with what they're saying at the start. I'm just doing that because this is the mind of a leftist. This is probably what they're saying. Driven by private investors, led by Reddit users on the popular subreddit Wall Street Bets. It's hurting my throat now. These investors noticed that hedge funds were short-selling GameStop stock, i.e. betting the struggling company's value would fall further. Small buyers then began investing in large numbers, sending the stock prices soaring, making enormous potential profits, and leaving hedge funds facing crippling losses. Robinhood said its intervention was a risk management decision, that's a quote by the way, made in fear that instability could spread. The platform said its decision was to adhere to SEC regulations rather than Wall Street demands. How powerful. But investors backed by lawmakers on both sides of the political spectrum were nonetheless furious. Small groups of investors demonstrated outside the New York Stock Exchange and Robinhood headquarters in Menlo Park, California, the New York Times reported. By the way, they need to add the right-wing, left-wing. It's so... I don't understand I mentioned the left-wing earlier about this geezer here who wrote this. But it's so unneeded. This is not right-wing or left-wing. This is the only, apart from AOC, which I mentioned in the last episode, which you definitely should go check out. It's not a right-wing or left-wing thing. This is a populist versus the establishment thing. That's really what this is. Now we get into the cancer, boys. So get yourself prepared. Meanwhile, far-right activists and conspiracy theorists on the Telegram messaging service jumped on the chaos as validation of their ideologies and potential recruiting event for disaffected users. Several tied to the trading platform's actions to anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and blamed wealthy Jewish people for the decision. The leftists came crying back. They did. They couldn't deal with the unity. They couldn't handle the fact that they agreed. It's like, they're anti-Semitic. I'm sure there were some people making jokes about Jews and whatever. I'm not gonna, condemn or condone it. But man, you gotta make it about. Oh man. One channel affiliating itself with the anti-government Boogaloo movement, whose heavily armed members often stand out at anti-government rallies thanks to their colourful Hawaiian shirts, was explicitly in tying in its... This is why I hate left-wing politics. It is so cancerous. The Boogaloo Boys are not right-wing. Okay, there was an interview with Jimmy Dore that a Boogaloo boy who was doing that kind of thing outside during the Capitol riot, where they were nothing to do with it and talking about how they're going to align with BLM. And why is that on my screen? Brilliant. Let's find this. Jimmy Dore Boogaloo. And now Jimmy Dore got a lot of hate for this because the left continued to say, look, surprising interview with this person here. This is a Boogaloo boy, this was the guy that did the speech, seems awfully right-wing and anti-Semitic with his pride flag. This is awfully evil and bigoted with his pride flag, you know. Look, I've got a Gadsden flag up there. I'm not going to move my webcam, but I have got a Don't Tread on Me flag massive on my roof. And so is he, but he's got the pride version, which I don't care. You do you. Alright, but they decided that the Boogaloo is far right. Jimmy Dore's left wing, and he even admitted. I mean, this guy here, he's pro-LGBT, pro-BLM, anti-racism, racial justice. He's fairly libertarian. He's not left wing or right wing. He is just libertarian. His views touch on both sides of the political spectrum when it kind of touches into the whole concept of libertarianism. I hate Newsweek, man. Some articles are good because I know they have like a mix of both sides, but the left wing ones are so insufferable. Quote: only Jews can. This is a quote. I am not saying only Jews, quote, can manipulate, quote, markets, quote, not normal citizens, quote. I have to keep doing that so it doesn't get clipped up. The account, which has almost 10,000 followers, wrote on Thursday. The post set off a discussion in the comments, some users posting more anti-Semitic propaganda, while others condemned the account owner for hate speech. No one commented that. No one said, this is hate speech. I can bet you money that no one, when someone said that, replied, guys, this is hate speech. You can't be saying that. Other posts by the account included a photo of GameStop news coverage with a caption declaring... I'm not going to say that. It's a quote. Get FK. That's all I'm going to say. The last word I commonly use, racial... Yeah, we know. Some commenters on that post urged fellow users to stock up on weapons and ammunition, while others again condemned the account for using hate speech and suggested the cable running the country wished to stoke racial tensions. I love how the left create these boogeymen and these heroes. It always have to be a story. Like, they can't just report on the news. It's like a story, a narrative. You know, the evil racist, and then the hero came in. The hero arrived to tell them they are hate speeching and doing wrong thing. I hate the left, man. Not always. Jimmy Dore, I like Jimmy Dore, but sometimes the ideologues just really annoy me. An account affiliating itself with a white super... Oh my god, again! It's literally run by an Afro-Caribbean man! You retard! You utter Who is this? David Brennan, you utter retard. Let's find... What's this? An account affiliating itself with the white supremacist Proud Boys street fighting group. White supremacist street fighting group. Also titled the GameStop news into anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, posting hate speech to its more than 40,000 followers. Hate speech, anti-Semitic, white supremacist, street fighting, Nazi, supremacist group. So they always have these buzzwords, don't they? Supremacist, Nazi, blah, blah, blah. David Brennan, who's this? He doesn't even know. Oh, that's him. This is the geezer. This is it looks like a stock photo. Ex-Trump aide invites Marjorie Taylor Greene to meet 9/11 Pentagon staff. Yeah. Stimulus update. Biden prepares to push for $1,400 without GOP backing. He's such a man. China fails to condemn Myanmar military coup despite international concern. Yeah, what? China? China are on the wrong side of an issue. What? China? China don't care about a small country? What? Oh, what a retard. The account posted a screenshot of an old CNBC interview with a hedge fund billionaire, Leon Cooperman. Cooperman made headlines Thursday for framing the GameStop interview drive as a, quote, attacking wealthy people because he's out of touch, and sad because a load of autists on Twitch, on Reddit are stealing his very valued tendies. The account noted Cooperman's long-time financial backing for Jewish cultural programs, including Birthright Israel, which pays for young Jewish people to spend time in Israel. Quote, in other words, this is a direct hit. So because they screwed over a billionaire because a billionaire invested into Jews, now he's attacking Jews, alright? Oh yeah, did you know, I once donated to a charity for saving, to what's it called, is it the Red Cross? For British war heroes? No, Help for Heroes. God. Jesus, tonight. Help for Heroes, it's called. I want to donate to them. So if you steal my money, you know what you're doing? You're directly attacking our heroes, our patriot veterans. How dare you? To quote Greta Thunberg. It's just stupid though, isn't it? It's like, oh, I did this one thing, so if you do this, then you're attacking that one thing that I did. It's just, man, I am sick to death of this nonsense. The post was forwarded from an openly... I give up. I actually don't care. I don't even care. I am just not going to do this. Alright? It's just buzzwords. What's this? Where was it? Okay. The post was forwarded from an openly white supremacist anti-immigration account with more than 10,000 subscribers. The account gloated that the Jewish hedge funds had lost billions. A bunch of white supremacists running day traders. Blah. It's like, Jesus, QAnon oh, man. This is the hive mind of leftists. It's just white supremacist, anti-immigration, anti-Semitic, anti-Jew, QAnon. Like, just keep coming up with these, like... oh, yeah, Street Fighters. I've never heard that about the Proud Boys. They're Street Fighters. It's just constantly nonsense. Like, I am actually sick of this. It's just pathetic. I refuse to carry on with this story. So, yeah, man, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was just a complete cluster. I mean, it's just nonsense. Newsweek is up to trash. I mean, there's good articles like you got on a piece from Nigel Farage. You can see this here. The GameStop saga proves populism is here to stay, which, you know, I agree on. But that's the only good thing that they have, and the rest of it is just nonsense. It is just nonsense. So if you enjoyed today's video, then you know, do all the relevant things. Go check me out on Bitchute and all that fun stuff. If you enjoyed the audio, If you liked the audio, let me know. It probably won't be great, 'cause it's not a great microphone, but and I knocked it a couple times, so you know, I won't be surprised if it's all messed up. But you know, that do be that, and hope you have a incredible day, and invest in some stonks. Peace.